What's up, my amazing artists? Today we're going to be going over a few things that I can find in my room. Also, this is not my room. This is like my living room, sitting room, kind of. But four things that I found in my room that I thought were really cool and that were really weird because I don't think some people have this stuff in their room. But I thought they were kind of cool, and I'll just explain them to you because, I don't know, I'm kind of bored and I'm home alone, so. Okay, first off, we have this. It looks like a syringe. It even has this little, the blood moves, but it's not actually a syringe, it's a pen. So I got this from my mom, like, a year or two ago, and you don't know how many pranks I've done with this thing, because, like, people don't think that it's a pen, people don't know it's a pen, and it kind of does look like a syringe. So, like, it doesn't move back up after you're done clicking it, though, so, like, you have to push this in, make it go back up. But it's funny because I could just like wait. So I could just like have my arm out like this, and I could just put this in here and do that, and it kind of looks like, if it's gonna focus, kind of looks like you punctured yourself with the needle. A little bit. It doesn't really bleed, but I've done a lot of pranks and stuff with this. I thought it was cool. Also blood. It's not real blood though. I already said that. Second thing that you could find in my room that I love these to death too, it's a cactus. Look at the cactus. I'm just gonna kiss it, but then I realized it's probably not a good idea. I love plants. And I have like 5 aloe plants up in my room, but this is the only cactus that's in my room, and it's small, so I decided to bring it down here. I love this cactus. It's like, it's so tiny, and I love that book. So the prickles, the spines, can you please focus? Eh? No. Don't look at me. Look at the cactus. Look at the cactus. Please, do people like do this to make it focus? It's not focusing. Come on. Well, you can kind of see it. Like if I put it close enough. Well, anyway, like you can see it that the spine is curved and like hooked, so it's harder to poke yourself. So you can just go like that, and you don't poke yourself. Anyway, yeah, I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm like with the cactus. I've poked myself multiple times with this too, because some of them aren't curved. And I went to go and touch a curved one, and I touch a pointed one. It's not fun. Don't touch a cactus at all. Next thing I have, the last 2 things are kind of like related somehow. The next thing I have is this. I really like collecting ancient stuff, like collecting ancient things that have like markings on these, like this. It's like a scene. It's like a Greek. It's Greek. I forget what this was. I think it's just like a bounty kind of thing, because it's fruit. Yeah, I think this is just like a banquet kind of scene. But like, I like Greek and like Egyptian and all that kind of hieroglyphics, and I love scenes, so like that kind of ties into the last one that I have. Actually, I don't know if it's Egyptian or not. I don't know. My dad got these. I got this at a antique store. We were at an antique store, and I saw this, and I'm like, yeah, I need to get this. I don't care if my parents don't let me. It's a little cutie thing. I like it, because I especially like how like the anatomy is. I normally no. So in order for me to love something, I have to criticize it first. So like Ruby, the show, the anime. I was talking to somebody about this. Ruby, I do not like the style it was created in, but I love the plot line and I love all that. So kind of like I have to criticize it before I can really love it. So I criticized it a lot, but I still love it. So I'm kind of criticizing this because like, you're gonna focus on this, but not the cactus. Okay, well like their arms are super long, compared to their legs. Even though they're like kneeling, their arms are really long compared to their legs. I think, because like I think the torso is way longer than the legs. The legs look really short. And here's the last.
I almost dropped my vase. Oh, I almost dropped my vase that I was just showing you guys.
But last thing I have here. Wait, let me dust it off. This which is safe. I'm also in my pajamas still, by the way, but I decided to put on a jacket over it. So, got Bunny. Yeah, can I stand up? Big Bunny. Okay, so the last thing I have is this. It's like a pitcher, I think that's what it's called. A pitcher, right? I don't know. My family just calls them like water pourers. We pour water into them. I think it's called a pitcher. Yeah, I think it's called a pitcher. But isn't a pitcher in baseball? It's really dusty. I need to dust these. This, as you can see it, if I can tilt it right, and the glare, stop. It's like a war scene. And my dad found this actually because he was getting lawnmowers because my dad fixes lawnmowers. And he found this when he was getting a lawnmower. And he brought it back. And he's like,
"Oh, hey, Gabby, look what I found for you." I'm like,
Oh,
shit.
love it. Sometimes I pretend, this is what I almost dropped, by the way. And it's glass. So like it would have shattered and I would have been so depressed. Or like so sad. Like sometimes I try to see if this still works. Cause this is wood. This is wood, I think. Yeah, this is wood. Porcelain wood. But this is wood. And even though, actually, it might not be wood. Does that sound like wood? Does that sound like wood? I don't know if you can hear it. It might not be wood, actually. Oh no, I think it is wood. But like, it's kind of hard to show you because it's kind of like this. Kind of made me think it was Egyptian, but I don't think it's Egyptian actually. But glare, stop. I might just turn off that light. But it's like a war scene. It's just over the body. I really like this because like the war scene, and because like it's really cool. Like look at this handle. Look at this handle. And this spout, I think that's what it's called. Spout. I just like the build of this in general, and then it also has like the war scene on it, and I love this. I also like how this is like a peaceful scene, and this is a war scene. Although this might be Egyptian, I don't know. It's probably, no, I don't think. This shows you how much I know about the stuff that I get. I'm pretty sure this is Greek though, but this is fantastic. I love this. I love it. And I use it for water sometimes. Wait. Where did I put? Oh, there it is. I thought I lost my syringe pen. And I also have one other thing. If you could just like, guys, wait 1 second while I go and grab it quick. Last thing I have is like this thing. It's a little jester. V, I think you might like this. It's a little jester hat. Has a bell. Maybe I'll mail this to you once I get P.O. Box. But I got this at a penny party. If you don't know what a penny party is, it's like setting up tables in like a snake. I was about to say cylinder, but that doesn't really make sense. But like you set it up in like a serpent kind of form, so it's like that, like an S. It's probably backwards, but and then you put your ticket and the amount of coins that it was. I think this one was like 5. So you put 5 coins into it, into the little thing, and then you also put your ticket in. And if you win, then it gets drawn, and then you win this or whatever you're asking for. Nobody else voted for this. Nobody else tried to get this. They said it was too creepy. They wouldn't want this little guy staring at them. I don't know. I like him. And also, it says New Orleans across his forehead. I don't know, maybe the dude that had this before I did went to New Orleans and got it. New Orleans. Sorry, I can't talk. Jingle feet. Jingle, 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 jingle. Oh! The one just stuck up. Yeah, he's also porcelain though. Well, at least the top part of his body is. Like this part, this is all just like empty, and then this is sand. But, like his hands, his arms aren't anything. His arms are like cotton. But, like his hands, his face, and a little bit of his chest in here is porcelain. So this would be pretty easy to break, or at least his face would be. Just like break his face, and the rest of his body's like fine. Chucky, hello. I like how he jingles too. If you guys have read the Ranger's Apprentice books, you probably haven't, but the Ranger's Apprentice by Ray, I forget his first name, starts with an R, something Flanagan, Richard? No, I don't know, I can't really think of it right now, even though I have a book. Hold on, I'll get the book. It didn't start with an R, it started with a J, John Flanagan. Might be upside down for you, or like backwards. John Flanagan. This is the last book in the series, actually. This is the one. So in this book, there's a person called a storyteller, and he reminds me a lot of this. Or like, this dude reminds me a lot of the storyteller. Also, by the way, if you haven't read the Ranger's Apprentice books, you should definitely read them. They're fantastic, even though all my friends are like, yeah, no, it sucks. And I'm like, yeah, no, it doesn't. I love them to death. And the Divergent books. Top 3 books are probably Divergent, Ranger's Apprentice, and, what was the last one? And Lockwood & Co., which is also, Lockwood & Co. is more about, like, supernatural stuff. Divergent, you've probably heard of it. It's like factions and stuff. I think I'd be, even though I'd love to be Dauntless, I don't think I'd be Dauntless, because I'd probably chicken out. I might be Abnegation, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, then, I don't know. I was gonna say give this video a like, but it's really cheesy. If you guys like this video, then I'm glad that you did. Maybe I'll show you a little bit more of my stuff after we move, because we're moving soon. We're moving in like 2 or 3 weeks, and all my stuff is really packed away right now. This dude was packed away and I had to go and grab him quick, but all this other stuff was like on my shelves. It was in my drawer. I don't think it works anymore, actually. Anyway, show you more of my stuff once we move and once we unpack, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!